I see no reason why we can't just carry on. Still quite early in the evening, so let's keep on going. New saga, the Elven Alliance. Whoops, I always mix up these buttons with the next and next race thing. Cause I'm an idiot. What we're gonna look like? He looks like he's been hit in the face with a frying pan. He's some sort of living room carpet. I quite like him. He looks a bit shifty. I'm glad it's not just me, Japan. Oh, first world problems. I know. Well, it's two buttons next to each other. Both are pointing this way. Yes, you want to go this way. Only one of them actually takes you to the next screen. Any suggestions on what lord we go for? I've got a challenge from, I think it was Clyde, to do the mountain clans with a guildmaster lord, so I will be doing that, but I don't have a particular preference in terms of this one. Slightly tempted to go mage lord, because I can't quite remember any of the elven spells, so I'd quite like to utilise those. I get the feeling they're a mixture of both buffing and debuff spells for some reason. Might be just plucking that out of don't know. Let's stick it on hard. I think we did the undead saga on hard, so I say let's just keep it like that. Might as well. The Empire, I believe we were on normal, so and that was a bit too easy, if you ask me. Or average, should I say. Every stream you click on is working, but the only one you want to watch is lagging. I can offer no explanation to that, I'm afraid, Akame. Are all the other streams American based, maybe? Is it because I'm in the UK? Could that be it? I do apologise. I can only apologise for that. I can't see anything my end which could be causing it, so I do apologise. Have healers play hard? Yeah. I'm thinking that. Mage Lord, hard. Let's do it. Do we get a different narrator? I think we do. I'm going to turn the volume up again, just so you can hear the narrator. Can't remember if we get a different one.
Galleon's wrath upon Nevendar was a thing of nightmares. He had lashed out at his lost lover, Mortis, with unmatched ferocity.
What kind of narrator
His
is
rage had manifested itself as a great beast, an unthinking behemoth that slaughtered indiscriminately. Galleon's corrupted son, Lachlan, perished along with a great number of Mortis's corpse army, dwarves, and even elves. Horrified at what he had become, even for a brief moment, Galleon abandoned his children. Elven society soon changed. The elven nobles continued to grow in power, and Illumiel succeeded into her position as queen. The noble elves shared a common taste with the humans. They built elaborate cities, donned gleaming armor, and studied the methods of organized warfare. However, deep in the forest, the savage elves began to protest these civilized methods. They embraced their heritage as wilderness creatures. They shied away from other races, preferring isolation to possible betrayal. This wild bunch of elves, under the unofficial leadership of Torok, created a sense of dread within the once serene forests. Any who strayed too deep into the wilderness became a potential victim for the elven bandits.
Banditos.
Scouts had begun to observe Mortis's fiends pushing further into the elven lands.
Well, I think what they must have done was spent all the budget on the last narrator and had no money left over for this narrator, because I think it pales in comparison, I'll be honest. I much prefer the old narrator, and I much prefer the original narrator in Sacred Lands. I've got to put that out there. But nothing compares to the narrator in Disciples 3. Oh god, where did he get that Leonard Nimoy rip-off wannabe? Anyway, everything's gone to shit in the Elven lands. We've got to remove the undead from the Elven forest. And you'll see the Elven lands, which are looking lovely. And we get Grove Manor now. We're not going to use this woman. So let's just call her anything. Startling dialogue there. Ha! Mindless beast. You want food, do you? Over here! Enough! This is not a game, Torak. I won't have you putting our people at risk. Have you forgotten why we are here, my queen? We are creatures of the forest, predators to everything within it. Are you too busy decorating your throne room to remember your heritage? It is because of our heritage that I tolerate you, but my patience has limits. The elves have more noble tasks than playing with corpses. Destroy this creature, and we shall discuss them. You heard her. Kill it. We've grown bored anyway. And then they just disappeared. Beam is out. Startling zombie dialogue. Oh, you've got to love zombie dialogue. Love it. Female number one. Female number one and this woman. What a pair. Anywho, I wonder if we've got enough money to actually recruit our planter straight away. No. Which is a shame. Oh, let's have a look at things. I apologise in advance if I'm a little bit slow at getting started with this. As I mentioned before, I've only played through this saga once, and consequently also played through as the Elves once, so it's going to take a while for me to get used to things. Like that voice acting. So, we've already got the magic tower. That's the little Christmas bauble at the top there. Let's have a quick look at the upgrade paths for our army. So we've got the centaurs actually as our... Actually, I've jumped the gun a bit. Let's have a quick look at the basic units that we get. So you'll see some familiar faces, some new ones. We've actually got the centaurs as our fighting units, starting off a little bit more powerful than normal fighting units. Got 5 extra damage, but they do suffer in the initiative department, which is a bit strange, because I would have thought with there being a centaur a little bit faster, maybe not. An expert at polearms, Centaur Lancer is a formidable protector of his elven allies. Quite a lot of HP as well, I've just noticed. That's equivalent of dwarven HP. The wee scout. Elven scouts often silence the enemy with a well-placed arrow between... Sorry, a well-placed arrow before they even... But between where? That's the... That's the question I rather clumsily stumbled upon. Who knows? Again, slightly more damage than you'd expect. Normally the ranged fighters start off with about 25 damage. So that's good. Extra initiative as well, 65, so they go even faster than an Empire ranged attacker. They've got the same amount of HP as well. Oh yeah, we'll get into the archer units. Don't you worry about that. And yeah, I agree about the tanky bit and the centaurs. The mage units that we get for the elves are called adepts. An adept experiments with the deadly forces of nature and practices them upon his opponents. That's right, his. I don't know. I still don't know what's going on. Yeah, I think there's a surprise waiting somewhere here if you think it's a man. I don't know. This game's very gender fluid sometimes. It's a slightly faster casting unit, really, at the end of the day. With less HP actually, only 35, so they're very, very fragile. And the Spiritess, which looks like it's been drawn by someone else other than all the other units. That is a little bit strange. Spiritess emerges from the forest to tend to the wounds in times... I'll start again. Spiritess emerges from the forest to tend to the wounded in times of war. I really can't be bothered with that text anymore. It's gone terribly. It heals 25, so it's a little bit of an extra heal than the acolytes from the Empire. There we go. I'm sure I've bored you enough already with all that crap. Here's our Empire Guardian, Illumiel, looking a little bit like a Smurf with a pink face. Queen Illumiel struggles to bring the wild and noble sides of her people together while defending her home with unrivaled magic. Usual stats here. Damage 250, life based, very high initiative, as you'd expect. Boobites. Boobiel, maybe? Although she's not got much going on there. Maybe it's a man. I think we're used to that. Does look a little bit like a drag queen with the feathers and everything, I'll admit. But we'll leave that one just for now, shall we? I'll keep all this stuff in the garrison of the city, I think, just for now. I don't know whether it's worthwhile just waiting until we get some extra gold, or whether we can whether we should just start going off and start killing things. I might do that just so we get some extra experience for our units. So let's sort everyone out. This woman, playful spirits of the trees, dryads wield powerful natural magic and possess a keen understanding of staffs and scrolls. So it's kind of like the standard mage leader, but it looks like they trade off HP for damage. Normally the mage leader will start off with 25 damage. I don't know whether this is a modified mage leader or something. I don't think it is. Slightly high initiative as well, but like I say, sacrifices HP for that. Let's just bring over everything, shall we? Then go hunting, just until we get enough money for our rod planter. Is she flying as well? Ha ha ha! Yes. It's a shame we won't get to take advantage of that. Be good as a secondary leader, though, of course. Wolves. Zombie. Should we just kill this zombie? Is that what we were supposed to do? Is this canon? Let's do it. I don't know what she's saying. She's got a very, very quiet voice. Sadly. I don't think that's the case for the other Elven units. She's got a nice looking attack, though. It's nice having some healing again in the party. There we go. And a bonus heal. 18 XP. It's not a bad start. Oh, no more story dialogue. No more no from the zombie. It's a bit of a shame. It looks like we've got some open graves down here, so that's probably where more zombies going to come from. Might as well go for this wolf. Lacuna, apparently. That's what you need to summon lighting. Lacuna Matata. I was going to have a look at the upgrade paths, wasn't I? Let's not do that until I've got enough money. I'm going to keep you in suspenders until then. Another nice bit of experience for them. What we're looking at XP wise. 90 for the Boobess. 95 for the Scout. 145 for the Centaur Lancer. It takes ages. Right, fine. I've also realised that we need another name for our rod planter, so I'm going to have to think of something. Mortis wants your soul. Thank you for that startling revelation. She doesn't want me for my sparkling wit and intellect, does she? Oh, I need a voice for the oracle. My queen, at dawn I was overtaken by a vision. I walked amidst fields of fallen soldiers, elf, human and dwarf. A fortress loomed over the battlefield, shrouded by fog behind me, and another army approached, but they were all dead. What? We've received no visitors from Galleon in years. How can this be? Perhaps this witch has indulged in too much drink. Galleon no longer concerns himself with the mortal world. Nonsense. I can't be sure. But I sense the presence of two messengers, one standing behind the other, First warned me of a division within our people, one eating for our strength from inside. The other figure, concealed by the fog, told me we must begin to claim our forests, that our people will perish should we continue our ways of isolation. He said intruders are planning an invasion far west of here. He urges to arms. I'm doing this because I'm assuming this is a man.
Galleon, oh great Galleon, he has returned then. We must move immediately. Let us equip our forces and move all upon our enemies. Oracle, get some rest. You are divinely favoured. I wager we'll need your gift again before this is done.
So that's going to be the equivalent of Perugina, I'm guessing. Did I hear you correctly? Oh, excuse me. Our queen moving us to battle? Aye, perhaps there is hope for our people yet. I will notify the inhabitants of the woods that they are needed at once. Conquer the invader city. Hemwick Court, invader city. I thought it was going to be like a normal city, not a capital. Bloody well up, so. That would be a baptism of fire. Or a baptism. Ah, too much talking. Let's carry on. And have a look at our leaders. So we've got the Forest Liege, which is the equivalent of the warrior leader. The Forest Liege is an elf of the purest bloodline who draws arms to protect his people. Very, very standard. A little bit higher in excuse me. See, it's doing those voices. I can't really do a very broad Yorkshire accent for very long. It tends to kill me. Excuse me. Guardian is our scouting leader, which is more of an elder centaur kind of thing. Guardians are fierce centaur archers whose speed and durability allow them to travel great distances. Does a little bit of extra damage, I think, from normal ranger leaders. I might be wrong with that. Probably am wrong. But this is the one that we're going for, the Sage. The oldest of elven kind, sages use arcane rods to spread grove mana throughout Nevendar. And we'll see, it's got an attack which is called Summon Int Minor. 100% chance to do this, life-based, with an initiative of 40. I was rather hoping that was going to be higher, I'll be honest. He's got relatively low HP as well for a Rod Planter. I think even Slut Spectre started off with 100. So, oh Christ, he costs us 350. Is this game doing this on purpose so we can't recruit him yet? Which is just bollocks. So we're going to have to fanny about for a bit more to kill another zombie while we're wasting time. No, the graves of our ancestors. They've taken the bodies. See this? This is what happens when your leaders spend their time plotting treaties instead of protecting their lands. No longer.
You speak with a treacherous tongue, Torak. Still, this worries me. Mortis and our army seldom bother with our dead. We will post sentinels throughout our grave sites. This will not happen again.
That voice is going to get really painful after a bit. Why all of the Rod Planters are 300 gold? Apart from the Elven one, just to piss me off. Also, I've really hurt my throat by doing those voices. Hope you appreciate this. That's the sacrifice I'm willing to make for this, to bring you disciples. I'm willing to destroy my voice. Grab that. Summon skeleton. Brilliant. Habitation. Fallen Shrine of Galleon has been much more creative with the names in this one. No Perthans anymore. No, sorry. We've got Fallen Shrines of Galleons. Bloody hell. Anyway. Well, that was a quick turn. I'm going to have a drink of water, but I'll try and multitask. Read that one yourself. There we go. Why should we seek their help? They spend their lives mourning the dead of a simple magician. Lachlan was no figure worth worshipping.
Had you been there, Torak, you would have witnessed his miracles with your own eyes. There is no question that he was Galleon's son. What Mortis did to him was unspeakable.
Who's this bitch? Hello, Miel. I beg of you, remain here. I would be honoured to go in your place. We can't bear to lose another queen. That's the same voice I did before, so I do apologise.
Very well, cousin Torok. You ought to listen to our guidance, and I do not expect you to return to me when this is done.
Did I say not? Oh, it's all going a bit pear-shaped. Oh, gladly, I would take an arrow to the heart before allowing a relation of our ruler any harm. Alright, where is she then? No, it's just an empty threat. Well, that's fine. At least we don't have to babysit her now. Right. Well, based on the fact that he's called a sage... Do we go with Slut Sage? I was toying between the choices of Slut Sage and Slut Summoner. I might go with Slut Summoner, actually. Because then he summons sluts. Oh, I amuse myself sometimes. Slut Summoner it is. Go with that. Give them all the rubbish. And then we've got to, I guess, think about what he's going to be joined by. It's probably going to have to be a warrior unit. He's an actual pimp. Oh, I like his voice as well. Oh, we're going to have good times with this Slut Summoner. Hi, D-Human, how are you doing? If that is your only contribution to this stream, I will be more than happy with it. Because let's face it, I think we all should have that power. It's the superhero power that everyone wants, the power to summon sluts. Let's get going. And we'll pass over... I think it's probably going to have to be the Centaur Lancer. Let's go really weird and go with Spiritess. I think we're going to have to be Centaur Lancer, actually. We'll see how that goes. You can pop yourself back in the capital. Oh, I like his voice, it's nice. Can we actually do this? So he either paralyzes Slut Summoner, in which case the Centaur Lancer can just do damage, or he paralyzes Slut Ooh! I beg your pardon. Or he paralyzes... We've got a bit of a live wire here. I do have to apologise for this gobshite. What is the Slut Summoner's weakness? Probably the police, if he's a pimp. His main weakness is his very low HP, I would have said, and I don't think he's got a very high initiative for a summoning unit. I expected him to have a much higher initiative. That's what you tend to expect from summoners, because the first thing that they'll do is summon a unit into battle, and then that particular unit can't take a turn. Although I do appreciate that the Elementalist had a similar initiative. Oh, that was a bit disappointing. Alright, fair enough. So, get ready for some slut action. So we get a little tree. Isn't that adorable? Oh, he's paralysed the thing. That's okay, because then we can just keep on summoning. Downside is that we lose the Centaur. Ugh, fine. At least we get some experience for Slut Summoner. Summon a tree on his corpse. Sorry, slutty tree. Oh, he's not even going to bother paralysing Slut Summoner. That's interesting. Doesn't have any immunities. What do these guys have? It looks like this tree has a moustache. That's adorable. And a massive nose. Magical sapling uproots to defend the forest. So these guys have 80 HP. I don't know why it's given them experience points. Okay. Does 30 damage with 50 initiative. Let's summon all the sluts. His age. And that, yes. Let's have a quick look. No, it's standard initiative for warrior units. I think the only downside to Slut Summoner will be when he gets a full party, then he can't summon anymore, and then he's going to be a bit useless. But then at that point, we should hopefully have other things for him to use, like talismans or orbs. The only other downside is, as far as I'm aware, if Slut Summoner levels up, how much XP did he get from that? Christ, 65. If Slut Summoner levels up, I think the Ents that he summons are still going to be just as weak. So the Ents aren't going. The things that he summons aren't going to scale with his level. That's another weakness. But the very fact that he can summon these things into battle kind of gives him an edge, I think, early on in game. So he's going to be. I think he's going to be powerful in the first couple of missions. Then it's going to very much tail off when the Ents can't really cut it anymore, and he starts to fill up his party anyway. But we'll see. Let's get our first upgrade structure built. Probably our only upgrade structure built by the looks of things, because considering we've only got a warrior unit. We've got a choice between the Centaur Hollow, which will upgrade our Centaur Lancers, to the Centaur Striders, which is a brand new unit. I don't know what this is going on. It looks a bit like a claw type thing. Maybe it's some sort of band. I don't know. The Wild Centaur Strider cleaves through opponents without remorse. Gets a little bit of extra damage. Not that much more. Much more the normal one's doing. Is it 35 or something? It is more than a tier 2 unit normally does, and quite a lot of HP as well. My favourite unit, I think, for the warrior units for the elves is probably this guy, the Centaur Charger. Probably because he looks, let's face it, dapper as fuck. But it's very easy to get. Proudly displaying the finest in elven armour, the Centaur Charger leaves the cavalry into battle. Gets 20 armour, which is fantastic. Reduces all damage by a fifth. 175 HP and standard upgrade of damage to what you'd expect from a two-tier unit. The sad thing is that he maintains the same initiative, so he's still quite slow. Then again, so is this guy. So I think we're gonna go with this. There we go. Centaur Stables is a go. Oh, Lascelles. I don't know who Lascelles is. I'm going to keep this guy on the top there, just in case. Zombie and a fighter. So if we bring this guy down to the bottom, he's not going to get a level up, so we can't rely on that. Let's see what we've got spell-wise, because I've noticed we've got 300 Grove mana, so we can probably research at least the first one of these first tier spells. We've got Bramble, which inflicts 15 points of earth damage to target units. Summon an Ent Miner. Is that the same as the ones that the Slut Summoner can do during battle? I'm assuming so, because I think they were called Ent Miners around there. Despite having a mustache, they're still a miner. Tangle, which depletes 30% of the target's moving points. Not too bad. With it being only 30% though, I don't really rate it that much. Swift is much more useful. Hasted units recover 30% of their moving points. So, you know, if you're a little bit out of range of a unit, or if there are a couple of units bunched together, attack one, cast Swift on them, get the extra movement points and go after the next one. And finally Swarm, which reduces by 10% the damage inflicted by enchanted units in battle. What is actually going to benefit us? Probably Swift, if I had to say. Swift is fantastic, yeah. For 100 Grove mana, you can't go wrong. As a Mage Lord 4 battles better. Yeah, you can't beat it. see what we've got for level 2. I mean, we can still research something on level 2 because our research costs are halved. We've got healing, which of course, you know, does what it says in the tin. 30 hit points of healing, so it's the same as the Empire one. We've got a Mighty End as our second summon spell. Singe, which inflicts 30 points of fire damage to target units. Drown, which inflicts 30 points of water damage. And then Confusion, which reduces by 15% the initiative of target units. So we've got debuff spells, mainly. And it also looks like we're specialising in different kinds of direct damage spells. We've got lots of elemental based, fire, water and earth so far. So it's reminding me a little bit of the clans, whereas the clans have lots of elemental based units. It looks like the elves have lots of different elemental based spells. They have buffs and debuffs, do they? Alright, probably on level 3, I'll take it. I'm going to do healing, simply because that is your go-to spell when you're a Mage Lord, which is kind of replaces the regeneration of the units which you would normally get as a Warrior Lord. At least that's what I'm sticking with. So this Centaur Lancer is going to take 75 damage, first of all. Once that's out of the way, we can start summoning in Ents to block this zombie from attacking the Centaur Lancer further. I think that's probably going to be our best option. So they're both going to attack. Let us summon in an Ent there. Try and get rid of this guy as soon as possible, really. Summon in another one. This is going to depend very much on whether the Ent can go first. I don't really want to lose the Centaur Lancer again, so I might get him to defend. No bollocks. I think that was probably the wrong thing to do. Fine. We're just going to have to go for it. Oh well. So it looks like it's going to be a challenge just literally keeping this extra unit alive, to be honest. I mean, once we start getting a couple of Ents out, it tends to be a lot easier. And to be fair, I think with the other rod planters, like the healer or the paralyzer, we might have struggled slightly with this kind of battle. Might be a level up for Summoner, actually. It is. Let's have a quick look. It gets 10 extra HP. And that's it, essentially. There's not much you can do with his attack or anything, any of his other stats. It certainly can't change his chance to hit or anything like that. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a bit of a pain trying to get him up to speed unit-wise. What we got? Artifacts, tomes. Definitely not one for tomes. Probably Artifact Lore or Banner Bearer. Tempted to go for banners. Although if you go for Artifact Lore, then maybe you can be a bit more durable. Oh, I'll go for banners, I think. I always prefer to do something which is going to benefit the entire party rather than just the leader, if given the choice anyway. Okay, so we need to bring you out. And I guess we've got to start thinking about building the temple. Still 300 gold, good. Seem to be changing a lot in this game. A lot of the things that I'm used to anyway. Alright, back you go. Do have enough money to build a temple. Whether we then have enough money to revive this guy, I'm not sure. 50 gold. That's fine. I think it was worthwhile. Because he's got a fair bit of experience. So we might as well take advantage of that. Right. So Centaur Lancers had a turn to recuperate. I've got to be honest, I don't think that's going to be enough. I'm going to give this leader a replacement fighter unit. I get the feeling we're going to need her. Let's investigate this little area. Let's get a Empire researched. Oh, it is the same. I thought it was, yeah. You're right, Jamal. Fallen Shrine of Galleon. Yes, of course, it's full of undead. I guess one thing to mention is that we're quite possibly going to struggle with these types of guys. The area of effect damage dealers. I have to be careful with them. Needless to say, I don't think we've got enough firepower in Slut Summoner's army to take on them. So we'll send over this woman instead. Let's try and get rid of you quite quickly. I mean, it would kind of be a... I'd consider it if the rod planter was more durable. Put it that way. If the rod planter had more hit points, which he will eventually, then I will consider teaming him up with an archer. But he's going to have a lot of hit points and a lot of armor before I consider doing that. That's the thing. Which is a bit of a shame, because as you'd expect, the elves have the best archer units out of all of the races. $110 gold, healing ointment. Nice. So, based on the fact that we're still going to be using this woman for extra activities, let's at least build the upgrade structures for her Scout and Boobess. It's probably best we do the Scout one first. Let's have a quick look. What do we have for our ranged units? Oh, look at all these. Just look at all those upgrade structures. So we've got... trying to remember the structure of these. I think I know what that one is. Yeah, I definitely know what those two are. Those two are my favourite ones. I'm not going to spoil it. We've got the Skinner's Hutch, which allows the Scouts to upgrade to Hunters. Let's have a quick look at the Hunter. It's just a very general upgrade. Increased damage, increased HP. The Elven Hunter is a predator of the forest, and all that lies within is prey for his bow. And we have the Lookout. I really like this. I know it doesn't look like much, but this upgrade path on the right is probably my favourite other than the other side. I'll be honest. Just because of the versatility you have. We've got the Watchman. As part of the Queen's Guard, the Watchmen are trained to conjure enchanted arrows. let's see what we got here. Same initiative, slightly more HP, and you'll see that they attack with a lightning bolt. Damage of 40, but the source is air-based, which is interesting. I don't know actually. I think I'll just go for a hunter, and then the next mission we'll go down this path. Maybe these extra ones will be open to us. I'm not too sure. Make way for the Greensguard. Quite. There we go. So we'll build the Skinner's Hutch for now, and then we'll think about the healers in the next turn. No, going back in there just for another turn, I think, at the very least. Okay, Centaur Lancer's looking fairly healed now. I think that's probably a bit too much trouble with the Spectre being there. That wolf looks alright though. I might be sneaky. Shall I try and be sneaky? It might go terribly wrong. You can do a bit of tanking. I think it makes sense doing this. I might be wrong. Oh, come on. I'm assuming that when we get a banner and he equips it, the summoned units will take advantage of the banner's effects. I'd like to think so. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't. Yeah, so these guys are exactly the same, despite the fact that Slut Summoner has leveled up. Which is a bit sad. 45 XP. Nice. Stick you back on the front row. I mainly just wanted to reduce the damage taken by the Centaur, just for a turn. And I think Slut Summoner could, you know, he's fine taking a hit, just for once. Damn it, the turns are too quick. I can't even have a break. Can we go behind the capital? It looks like we can. Ah, there's some growth mana. Okay, so that's what the growth mana looks like for future reference. 2 wolves, oh god. A zombie. But we've got some enough gold to do the next upgrade structure, which will be for our support units, it looks like, I think. Yeah. For the Boo Woman, yeah. So this is a familiar face. She upgrades to an Oracle and gets twice as much healing. No, not twice as much, only 15 extra. So let's get that built. It's that Brigand's Circle at the back there. I think that might be just in time. I don't know whether this is going to be enough experience for some of our guys to be promoted or not. I'd like to think so. They're like going for the mage users. I'd have thought he'd have gone for the healer. Oh, for God's sake. The low initiative of these centaurs isn't very impressive. But I suppose to counteract that, we've got some very, very quick archer units instead. So, swings and roundabouts, I guess. I wasn't expecting to be doing this so early. I thought we were going to be tied up with the the last of the undead mission for a little bit more, I'll be honest. I thought we were going to have to go through those two dragons to get to the queen. That's what I was expecting. A couple of promotions there. Get the Oracle and Hunter, which is splendid. So I guess we could just keep on sending this woman round with Slut Summoner, just to act as a support role.
Let's get this over with.
How big is this map? Oh, not very big at all. Wow. Maybe I've just gotten used to the really big maps. Who knows? Right. I think we can go after this zombie. There's a slight chance it's going to be enough experience for the Centaur Lancer to level up. I'd like to think so. Considering we got 45 experience from the Wolf. Let's give it a try. I'm going to get him to defend and just start summoning in these guys instead. Because that should hopefully make these guys... Wow, that's interesting. I honestly thought he would have gone for the summoned units. I suppose they realise it's a waste of time, so they will instinctively just not go for them because they know that they're pissing in the wind. You should probably defend then. Probably no point in summoning in another one. Nice. Did we get a level up? That's the main thing. Oh! 5 HP short. XP, sorry. Ruins of Lessenir. More creativity. This is most unlike the developers. I do like the extra stuff and thought that they put into this expansion. Templar. Interesting. I mean, this was... I don't want to sound like an old farty, but this was back in the day when, if you got an expansion, you got really good value for money. It wasn't like the kind of rubbishy DLC or, you know, extra bits here and there. They went really full tilt on an expansion if they did it. Let's get the guild built. Why not? I think we're probably going to need some assistance from the thief at some point. Is she going to be alright against these? Initiate's going to be a pain. Her attack is going to do nothing against the Templar. Having said that, we could just get the Centaur Lancer to just defend, and then I think the Oracle should be able to heal him up relatively well. Actually, the Hunter could just kill that initiate. So that went well. Yep, you just defend. And I think we're good. Yeah, it looks like we're just about out healing those two guys. I mean, I'm left with little choice but to use the likes of this kind of party to do this this kind of battle, because I think the Slut Summoner has absolutely no chance. What you got for me? Decent banner, 135 gold. Orb of Weakening. I think this is a new orb, is it? Reduces by 33% the damage inflicted by enchanted units in battle. It looks to me like they've just included extra spells which weren't included in the original Disciples as orbs. So they've just essentially widened it, widened the scope to include extra spells. Maybe it was in Disciples, I have no idea. I don't remember seeing an orb like that. I say let's get a thief going. Let's have a look at this guy, a rather aloof looking person. Glade Shadow is a whisper in the leaves. She is a master of deception and thievery. I guess it could be a she. Like you say, Jamal, you can never be too sure in this game. Oh, beg your pardon. Okay. That's what we used to. Goblins. Finally, we got some easy prey. Oh, a werewolf. Huh. That was unexpected. I guess this woman would have to deal with that. I don't think we've got anything within Slut Summoner's arsenal to deal with the werewolf. At least as far as I'm aware, the minor ents attack with weapons. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Oh, you can't get past this guy. Well, that's just marvellous. You can steal something then.
I realise most of you have never travelled this far from Hearth's Grove. We must move forward by the will of Galleon. He will protect us. But we must be cautious. The territory is infested by orcs.
The orcs slaughtered the humans who used to live here. However, I fear they are about to lose their dominion over these woods.
Thanks. 2 goblins, easy peasy. I think there was an orc there, wasn't there? Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What we got? Goblin orb. Oh wow, goblin orb. Brilliant. I think you can hang on to that one, mate. I think we've got 2 potions already, so let's try and steal a life potion. Oh.
I trusted you.
Oh wow, the guilt. That was brutal. I'm going to have nightmares about that. She breaks the Elven language to speak in English just to make us feel guilty about us getting her killed, just so we could steal a potion of restoration. Fantastic. That went better. I guess you're going to have to deal with this werewolf.
The area emanates with power, yes, but can you smell the blood upon the air?
Listen, the howling, but not a wolf. One of Mortis's beasts must be unto you. We must not be able to slay it with ordinary weapons. We need to bring a mage to deal with these creatures. Yeah, well, you're in luck.
I am here. Make it quick.
Ah, shut up, you. Exactly what a summoner unit needs, yeah. You can stick your ents. I've got goblins. Oh, he's attacked us. Oh, that's cheeky of him. I guess we get everyone to defend then. Apart from you. I would automatically resolve this fight, but the AI likes to troll me. I'll never forget the time when I think it was basically we were fighting some people who only did weapon-based damage, and we had deaths on the front row, which are of course immune against weapon-based damage. And for some reason, when I did the instant resolve, it assumed that I wanted to run away. And since then, I just don't trust it. It's just really stupid, essentially. Here you go. Well, at least we didn't have to waste our time attacking him. Do we need to spend any more money? Guess we could heal this guy. 69 gold, my favourite amount of gold. Can we actually do this? Is the Goblin Archer enough to kill Slut Summoner? That's the question. But it was an assured victory. They should have something like that in the
Stand around in this weather.
algorithms that they have. If death versus anyone who does weapon damage equals instant victory. I'm honestly not too sure if we can get to the Goblin Archer in time. He's going to do 15 points of damage, so Slut Summoner can take... I think it might be alright actually, because after we've summoned enough Ents on the front line, he can then start defending. So if we put the Centaur Lancer on the bottom...
If I must.
I think we should be alright. Yeah, he's obviously going to go for him. That's good, he manages to go first. For these two. And then it's just a case of trying to get rid of everyone as soon as possible. Should have really given him some of the healing potions to hold in his hand. It's a bit of an error on my part. I think it's going to be close. Ugh. Okay, at least he can defend in the next turn to buy him a bit of extra time. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, you just defend. Balls. No, you defend again. And before death counter equals 1. Well, at least the party won't be wiped out. No! Why did he just do 8 damage like he did before? It's not a complete death. He's just sleeping for a bit. But at least we get a Centaur Charger. At least we got her to steal some... oh, I thought we got her to steal a life potion. Bollocks! Okay, there's just got to be a life to exchange unit, so she could steal another... or at least try to steal a life potion for us. Oh, for God's sake. Well, don't trust me then. That was your first mistake, actually trusting me. Let's get another one.
You found me.
I did find you, and I'm probably going to lose you. Oh, nope, we're good. Fantastic. So we do a bit of swapsies. There we go. Have one of them. Bob's your uncle.
Let's get this over with.
Excellent. See, he wasn't even dead. All he needed was a drink. He was just dehydrated. Oh, what did we get here? Torb of Arcanum. Allows the leader to equip and use orbs in battle. Oh, great. Okay, they're on the other side, so that's fine. That's really awful that there's obviously tried to guilt you so badly.
We move.
That was a bit hasty of me. Oops. We're gonna have to get this guy to defend. I think we might just be able to heal enough. Oh God. Do have to kill the wolf very quickly though. You keep defending. I'm gonna try to go to bed tonight. Trying to get to sleep, and all I'll be hearing in my head is, "I trusted you." No, they didn't mean to. They didn't even give you a name. Hooray! A level up for this woman. Fantastic. Silver ring. Doesn't get any better than that. I'm still waiting for the moment that a big burly undead party just comes along and crushes us. Because I think it's going to happen. Ooh, what we got here? It's a new neutral unit in the form of the Goblin Elder. Goblin's got skills, yo. That's going to be fun.
Elves, elves, get Cyclops. Bring Cyclops, hurry. By Galleon, what's that? It's wounded, and they've been torturing it.
Okay. He looks a bit slobberific. He's got a severed hand. As a necklace. Oh, it's what the kids are gonna want this Christmas. I tell you. Right. He is from what I remember, a very nasty ranged unit, I believe. Oh, it's gonna be fun, isn't it? I hope they don't move. Cyclops' love is not affiliated at any point with Cyclops from the X-Men, in case you're wondering.
Cyclops eat. Cyclops wear severed hand as necklace. Good fashion accessory. Goes with skulls.
Good lord, a giant black spider as well. Easy greenskins. They've really pushed the boat out here. Orc champion, 2 orc champions, Goblin Elder. I can't remember what damage this guy does, but it's no laughing matter. I just hope that this guy doesn't move. If he does, then Slut Summoner is knackered, I believe. I'm going to see what this Goblin Elder does. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's the Goblin's answer to a mage. Let's have a quick look. Also, what does this guy say? No, I want to see what you say. Of course, he speaks like a tree. Let's have a look. 165 HP. What? Well, he's obviously been working out a lot more than the other goblins. Very few goblins are intelligent enough to practice the magical arts, but every so often, the Elder awakens. 165 HP does 40 damage to all units with 40 initiative. That's not going to happen, is it? Wow. Them mad skills. Oh. I'm thinking maybe weaken him with some summoned units. Excuse me. Because we've got the level 2 summon of what was it, Major Ent or something like that. I guess we could try to do that. I've got a sneaking suspicion that this guy's going to start moving, so I'm going to do a quick save, because if he attacks him then he's dead. Let's move him around. A black spider. Is this game serious?
Make it quick. Where?
I don't remember the enemies being so hard in this area. Oh, you just stand there.
Let's get this over with.
In fact, no. You come round. Oh, there we go. What was I being racist for? About greenskins? Oh, black spiders. Oh yeah, I see. So have a look at this guy. The enormous Cyclops hurls giant boulders at his tiny foes. 200 HP, not a lot for a 2-space unit, but 81 damage to any unit is death to these two instantly. I'm not even going to read that one out loud, Jamal. It's just filth. Utter filth. This woman is doing 40 damage now, so she can kill the Goblin Archer in one shot. At least. That's if this guy doesn't kill her. I think we're just going to have to try and kill him as soon as possible, really. Oh, great. The missing starts. And that's her very much dead. Good lord. Oh. I was kind of thinking he was going to go for the Oracle. There goes the Hunter. Can we kill this Cyclops? Nope. Actually, we probably can. Cyclops has a very intelligent expression. To be fair, that is how I look when it gets to about 12 o'clock at work and I'm desperate for something to eat. Of course I am. I do wear my severed hand necklace to work as well, so the look is complete. I know, it's a waste of experience, but the fact that the Cyclops had 40 initiative, I don't think we'd be able to. Well, we'd be risking it very much by trying to attack him with Slut Summoner. There's another level up. 207 XP though. That's impressive from this guy. Oh, dear. Come on, this woman. Back you go. Can you actually go to a shop? I'm assuming you can't because I'm desperately clicking on the shop there and nothing's happening, so you're going to have to go back to the capital for some heals.
I am here.
I'm assuming that's the name of a undead leader which tried to take on the giant spider.
Make it quick.
The giant spider of a certain ethnicity. Well, that looks like Elven lands. Oh, let me get some friends. Hello, friends. Christ, where did you all come from? What's this? An army marches into a graveyard? You are not welcome here. This is a place of mourning. We come by the orders of Gallion. We are preparing for an invasion. We seek any elves you can spare for our army. I think not. Gallion no longer speaks to us. I am not sure what delusions you are under, but you have no business here. If Gallion truly does favour you, as you claim, perhaps he will allow you to visit Lachlan's original grave to the north. Perhaps our mighty god will allow you to bring back our avatar's body to seal away in his tomb. More likely, though, you will feed the spiders that guard the nests. Leave. You will find us far less hospitable than the spiders. Or we could just kill the traitors. These traitors, sorry. So we're not going in there. Bit of civil war between the elves. Ah, Jamal. Oh, you. Oh, another Orc champion. What the hell? Another Orc champion? I remember a time when you wouldn't see Orc champions until at least mission 3.
Let's get this over with.
Can you at least try and sneak past these spiders? Nope, that's not happening. Well,
this over with.
I'm at a bit of a loss as to what to do at the moment. We're getting lots of powerful units thrown at us. Unless there's some easier ones up here, we're going to have to start thinking a lot more strategically. Or I am. And then we're boned, let's face it.
Oh, Lassell.
I think this is risky. It's undead lands, so at some point we're just going to get pounced upon by a probably powerful undead army. Let's do some scouting with an elf miner. I was just expecting lots more spiders, but it seems not. That looks a little bit like infernal mana, is it? Yep. Werewolves are no good. We can't really use those for experience. Can we send the elf enter the shop? No, that would be crazy. Medusa and a lizardman. I don't like that at all. Okay, more scouting. Goofig. Okay, looks like they've run out of imagination with the names of the ruins, and we're back to Girthig. You remember being incredibly underwhelmed by the undead army? Okay, fair enough. I will lower my guard slightly. I suspect it's just going to be more lizardmen in here. No, a troll. That's the end of him. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe this is going to be harder than I expected.
Oh, Lassell.
We're not really spoilt for choice. I really don't think we can do anything with these spiders.
Don't make an old man stand around in this weather.
Wow. I like this guy's spunk. He's got plenty of it. The game is literally trolling us, yes. Yep. I honestly don't know what we can do. There's no clear targets that I can see.
Don't make an old man stand around in this
Oh,
weather.
shut up. Looks like Empire land there. I wonder if there's some squidgy humans for us to go after in that direction. That village with the Orc Champion. With 2 goblin archers.
Don't make an old man stand around in this weather.
I guess we could weaken them with this woman. And then maybe get them thrown off and then go after the Orc Champion. Yeah.
I am here.
Hi, mine. How are you doing? To have working internet. Ugh. The only other option is to start killing these elves in an effort to try and get some experience, but then the centaur's just gonna completely muller Slut Summoner. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's get Slut Summoner just waiting outside.
You found me.
And then, like you say, we'll get this woman healed up, ready to go. Oh god. Here come the undead. To be fair, we could potentially use the undead to get a little bit of XP. It's going to be risky though. There goes all the gold. What about some spells? The main spells that would aid us against this kind of party would be the direct damage spells and the debuffing spells that we have. I've not researched them yet because I've never had really cause to. And of course we can't cast either of those against this village because they're protected by the garrison.
You found me.
I think it's probably wise we get a spy in the undead ranks while we can. Okay, that's not so bad. Ooh, that's the scary one. That is just a thief. And that's Slut Spectre. Not much point in you running off now. Might as well try and poison them. Which we did. I do find it strange that we can poison these units which are immune against death. Which apparently is also the source of poison damage. But, I don't know, I'll go with it. So I guess we should go with Drown. Is that just a general lack of growth mana throughout the saga? Mine. If it is, then bollocks to them. That's all I can say. Let's make some use of this summon skeleton scroll. Summon it back here. There's a little bit of land that we can summon it on. The thieves carry holy water to poison the undead. I like it. Oh, hello. That's our quest objective. Good lord. Helmwick Court shall not be taken. Not during this stream, anyway. Blimey. Nope. We can kill them. We can definitely have a pop at those peasants. Finally, someone we actually have a decent chance against. All for a 3 experience or whatever we're going to get from it. That's true. The fighter isn't immune to death, but the Nosferatu and Ghost definitely are. I'd like to go with Jamal's explanation of it. Bit of holy water in the eyes. Stings to buggery. So let's bring you back. Because I think we're going to have to send you out with the support of this woman. Ugh. I think she might be the weakest of all the thieves, HP wise. She does do more damage though.
I trusted you.
And she really shouldn't have trusted me. I can't be held responsible for her trusting me. Did he detect our thief spy already? For fuck's sake.
I am here.
Why? Okay, so possible.
Don't make an old man stand around in this weather.
Shush. We could possibly use 2 lots of drown on this party, kill off the goblins, then just go after the orc. You put those in your hands while I remember. Problem is, it's the Orc champion. He does 80 damage, so he can kill an Ent in one turn. We can at least give it a try, I think. Need a little bit more mana, though. There's absolutely no more growth mana that we can take. Well, shit. Let's put you back there for now, then. Kill an Ent or miss. True. Yeah. Wonder who these guys are going to go after. I've got a feeling they're actually going to start going after the elves. So we could potentially take advantage of that and then kill them when they're weakened by these units. To do this campaign as the main leader, as in keep the hordes away from the rod planter, then use the spells to weaken the units outside. Yeah, to be fair, that's how most of the first missions go. Mine, I'll be honest with you, because the rod planters are so bad when they start off. You have to do a lot of babysitting to get them any good. I want to give this one a go. In which case we would have to use pretty much all of our mana. And then that doesn't leave us with a lot of options to fight against these guys. She can stay there for one more turn. I'm just going to see what these undead get up to first. Oh! What was in that city? That was the 2 goblin archers, 2 goblins and an orc thingy. We can't attack it anyway, so it's pointless. And an orc champion, wasn't it? Well, that's not what I was expecting them to do.
Don't make an old man stand around in this weather.
I wish he'd shut up now. Right, I'm going to try this. I'm going to quick save. This could go horribly wrong. It doesn't exactly look like it's going to drown anyone. That's just heavy rain. So that should be the goblins dead, killed by rain. Then let's just pray. Ugh. We might just have to try and out damage him. He's going to attack and kill him, isn't he? No! 87 XP. And an actual win for us. Good lord. Enjoy that, because you're not going to be seeing it much. A win for Slut Summoner. Okay, let's keep this woman on guard, just for now.
I am here.
And let's see what the undead are going to get up to. Oh, they're going after this guy. Damn it, they killed the leader again. They just went back to the city and just instantly healed up. Thank you very much. That goblin's going to do too much damage for us to take with this woman.
Oh, that's
The one thing I don't want to do is get backed into this corner by the undead, because then that could potentially get very nasty. That's far too much damage from 2 orc champions. He only just managed to get through with 1 orc champion.
Don't make an old man stand around in this.
And of course the spiders are doing huge amounts of damage. Still about 230 experience for a Slut Summoner to get, and then at least we can equip him with another unit. Be really nice for him to have an archer. Let's bring you back. Let's get this woman to guard him, and I think we could probably just do another with another, maybe 2 thieves. In fact, let's just do 1. And then we've got the opportunity to recruit a new army if we need to. You can just stand there. Right. It's a bit of a problem for him because we've got such a high initiative. Oh, poo. Oh well.
I trusted you.
On the bright side, at least they didn't get a thief and a spy in our army. Okay, their leader is dead now. So, let's get a spy in their army.
With pleasure.
Let's see what's going on here. Just the zombie and the Doomdrake. I think that's still too much for us to take on. Bollocks.
You're wasting my time.
Let's try and get an easy kill for Slut Summoner. 12 XP. I'll take it.
You found me.
Let's get you on the vanguard. No idea. This is going to be really tricky. In terms of the other army that's floating around there, we can kill the ghost with spells. Weaken these guys considerably with spells. Scyther could be a problem, but he's only going to do 10 damage. So I'm pretty sure Slut Summoner can outlast this guy. It's this is the problem. Mainly the Doomdrake. Ay. This is going to be a tricky one. I think this is probably about the best time for me to draw things to a close for this stream, and I'm going to have to really think about how best to handle this mission. Slightly underpowered. Just don't have enough. Might just have to go in full tilt with this woman to take down that party. Anyway, I'm going to have to think on this further. It's a lot more difficult than I expected. Don't forget about the random 5 points added to the 10. How could I forget mine? It's the cause of all my problems. That RNG. Oh. Anyway, let's draw this to a close. We'll pick up with the Elves once again when we're streaming Disciples again. Be streaming on what's Tuesday today, so we'll be back with Fire Emblem on Thursday, and then Disciples again on the Sunday. So thank you again, as always, for watching. Managed to get through the undead mission at the very least, and got a fair bit into this one, and then got very much stuck. So we'll manage to see if we can manage to wiggle our way out of this little problem in the next stream. Take care. Have a lovely evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are, and I'll hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye for now.